Hi guys, it's Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. I'm back with another video for you today. Today we're going to go ahead and discuss Boy Chanel by Chanel, the latest offering from Chanel's Les Exclusifs collection. So please stay tuned. So a lot of folks are anticipating the brand new launch of Boy Chanel. Boy Chanel has already been released in Europe and it's making its way here to the States. And I happened to sample it yesterday, just yesterday, and I was at one of the stores, the boutique here, and I sampled it, and upon initial spray, I wasn't really blown away, but this is really an awesome release. Nothing groundbreaking, but an excellent release that's part of the Les Exclusifs collection from Chanel, which includes Sycamore, Coromandel, Coeur de Russie, and so on. So the fragrance retails, or is going to retail for $280 for a 200 ml bottle. The smaller bottle, of course, is less expensive. And you might be asking, why is it called Boy Chanel? Is it made for boys or young men? But actually, the fragrance is called Boy Chanel because it's inspired by Arthur Boy Capel, who used to be a lover or boyfriend or companion to Coco Chanel. So the fragrance is basically inspired by this relationship that Coco Chanel had with Arthur Boy Capel. That's why Boy Chanel is called Boy Chanel. As I said, it's nothing groundbreaking, but when you put this fragrance on, it's just really a beautiful construction. The nose behind the fragrance is Olivier Polge, so he pretty much knows the brand very well, and he's actually constructed a really awesome fragrance here that I actually really enjoyed wearing last night and am enjoying wearing this morning. The fragrance is considered a fresh aromatic or an aromatic fougere because of the dominant notes of geranium, lavender, and those type of notes. But this has a lot more. See, when I was wearing the fragrance yesterday, it dried down to something very soft, leathery, which immediately reminded me of Coeur de Russie. It has a Chanel DNA, and it smells like it's a Chanel. It's got that Chanel backbone, and there's this like really luxury classiness about the fragrance. I really like that about the release. But then again, is it really a groundbreaking fragrance? Is it gonna wow people? It doesn't really wow me. It is a great fragrance, but I'm not blown away by the fragrance. But I did enjoy wearing it the couple times I wore it so far, and I would actually end up with a bottle of this. I like having a fragrance that has that Chanel DNA or the Chanel backbone, because it totally smells like that. It's like once you put your nose on it, if you know other Chanel fragrances, you'll immediately pick up that Chanel DNA or backbone. It's there. But this is a more masculine leaning fragrance, but I think women definitely can pull this off. It's part of the Les Exclusifs collection, which are mostly unisex fragrances, although there are more feminine leaning ones in that collection. But I think this is definitely a slight bit masculine leaning, and it's definitely correct because it's targeted to men according to the notes I read. But I think women can definitely pull this off. Like I said, it has that leatheriness, and it has this like kind of a vanilla kind of thing, and I really like it. I like it, and I like having something a little more masculine leaning that has that Chanel DNA. So definitely a bottle worthy fragrance for me, but definitely not a groundbreaking fragrance. A couple of times I wore this. I wore it last night, and it was actually put on in the afternoon, and then I also wore it this morning, so for several hours. It's still going strong. It's not so loud like other fragrances. It's very Chanel. It just feels classy, luxury, but without over-the-top projection and sillage. So you want to wear a luxury, classy fragrance, I would pull for this stuff. It's really good. I'm going to go ahead and spray it again. I have this much that I was given, thankfully, and they have the boy card as well. And I'm happy with it. It's actually a great release. I think it'll do really well, and just the name might be a little confusing, but if you look into it, you'll figure out why, you know, as I said, why it's called Boy, because of Arthur Boy Capel and their relationship, Coco and his relationship. So the fragrance I'm smelling right now, it's definitely aromatic with the lavender and the geranium, but it has that softness. It's got that vanilla there. and then it's kind of drying down to like something very soft suede leather like, which is really, really nice because I like that it's kind of got a comforting factor. Even though leather can be a little hard, this is a really, really soft, pleasant, almost like skin hugging, comforting kind of leather. So I'm quite happy with it, just not overjoyed, like I'm not like overwhelmed like with excitement because it's a groundbreaking release, if that makes sense. Well, that's pretty much it. My first impressions review for Chanel Boy Chanel. What do you guys think? Are you familiar with this one yet? Have you tried it? Are you looking forward to trying it? Please do write down. The fragrance is supposed to make its sales release in the next 2 weeks, sometime in the early part of June I hear, but even though they have like a set date for release, some stores start releasing them earlier, so you'll probably start finding them. They had a tester at the store, so I was able to test it out because they called me and said, hey, it's in. So I'm fortunate enough to test it out, and I'm happy with this release. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Please put down any questions or comments you have. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Like this video, please share it, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.